Hey, everybody. So today I'm going to do something a little bit different, and I'm actually going to be reading through and explaining sort of the context of an email that I received from a member who just landed a job. And is this to highlight that our members land jobs? Sure. But more importantly, it's to show the context behind why you would want to be part of a unit like Talent Stacker, why that's important. Because I think so many people say, well, we have the Salesforce Ohana, we have Trailblazer communities, we have Slack communities, we have so many places to get help. Why would I need to be part of one more community to get help? And I think what you're going to find through the context in this email is that this is much tighter knit. This is a legitimate people helping people community. And I don't mean helping get through a super badge or helping review a resume. I mean helping to change lives together. So we're going to take a look at that. What I also want to point out is some of this email I've put sort of like a white block over it. And the reason for that is I'm protecting the person who sent this as well as the company that they were hired by, so that there's no issue there. And you're sort of going to see that in here. Then I also need you to know that some consulting companies host these training programs where they'll invite, say, 100 people to come go through a free training. And what they're actually doing is vetting the individuals attending that free training to see if they're qualified for a position. And they might hire no one, but if they see some people who stand out and look like a good fit, they might hire a handful of people. So let's take a look at what happened recently during one of these programs. So the email says, I am writing because this morning I submitted my acceptance of an offer as a Salesforce analyst position with this company. This week, I had 3 offers on the table that I had to think through. For the record, my salary increased 45% annually. That's not even counting the $10,000 signing bonus. I'm truly blown away by this course and the people. If it wasn't for you and the Talent Stacker team, I would still feel chained in my current role. Your team's willingness to go above and beyond and the amazing people in the Talent Stacker program are a complete game changer and competitive advantage. You guys are completely changing the lives of those who sign up for your program, and a simple thank you doesn't even begin to scratch the surface of the way I feel about everyone working for or participating in the program. Keep up the fantastic work. It took me 6 months and 25 days. I know I'm a little slow, sort of a joke because we call it the 6-month program. But everybody takes it at their own pace, so that's totally fine. From the start of this journey, becoming certified to landing a job before Christmas. I can't wait to get started in this new role and start giving back to our Ohana. If anyone ever asks if Talent Stacker is worth it, all I can say is this stuff works. As a side note, you're probably aware of this particular consulting company's training program that started and went through several week process for this company. There were 7 of us talent stackers who made it to the final interview stages, 7 that I'm aware of. Obviously, there could be more. 5 of those 7 tried an experiment with our thank you emails after the final interview. So before the offer, after the final interview. So there were 7 talent stackers. They sort of put their heads together because they're a community, and they decided to try a little experiment with their thank you emails. We met the night before after Justin Dux and I hatched an idea about highlighting someone else in your thank you. Justin can speak more on it. Each of us selected another talent stacker. So not ourselves, another person who's in the interview process that we wanted to highlight and express that they were also a solid candidate and that we would be honored if we were able to work with them at the same company. It was a harebrained idea, but 4 out of 5 of us who tried the experiment got hired. This might have been an anomaly, but I had to bring it up because I think it can give a push for several of us that the company might have been on the fence about. We are all starting January 10th, 2022. Here's what my email read. Dear hiring manager, thank you for taking time out of your day and giving me the opportunity to interview with your company. I'm impressed with the culture at your company and grateful for having the opportunity to invest time and learn so much during your training process. Starting with 180 aspiring consultants and reaching this final phase has truly been an honor. I'm extremely grateful to you for considering me for this position. Now, instead of reiterating some of the points about myself in this message, I'd like to also draw your attention to a friend and colleague of mine who happens to also be in the final stage. Gallup reports indicate that having a friend at work is a major contributor to company success and team productivity. While I realize that these roles may have different teams, I would be delighted to still be in the same company as this person. This person and I began this journey together with over 1,000 other aspiring admins earlier this year. We've done projects together, attended trainings, explored the Salesforce platform as peers. This person made a personal impact on me when she has gone above and beyond to offer assistance to fellow team members. She isn't afraid of troubleshooting solutions, has a unique way of picking apart a problem, and has a ferocious desire to improve in Salesforce. I know this isn't a standard thank you and that you have some tough decisions ahead in this process, but please don't overlook the power of extending offers to top candidates and their connections. It could be an overlooked strategic hiring advantage. So that's a lot, right? Like, I know it's a lot because I just read it and it felt like a lot. But the point of this is to showcase that we can be part of a community. And I don't mean the same Facebook group, and I don't mean the same Trailblazer community or that we go to meetups together because we live in the same town. None of that is important. What's important is the true relationships, the true care for one another, wanting to help each other, even if it might make you look a little strange. You might have to send an email that's not typical. You haven't even received the offer yet, and you're recommending someone else. That is community. That is looking out for each other. That is what Talent Stacker creates. That is the culture inside of this. And that is why being part of a true community of people helping each other makes the difference. And at the same time, Talent Stacker is out there behind you. We are going and talking to these companies. We are working for you. Our brand is your brand. So if we're out there making a name for ourselves, if we're out there boasting that we create the top talent and we are proving that to employers, the moment you get Talent Stacker on your resume, you are more qualified than other people in the eyes of the hiring managers out there. That is what we're creating. Going into 2022, we are going to do that even more. So this is just the beginning. 2021 was a battle to make sure that people knew that Talent Stacker was a legitimate company with a legitimate process. I think we've done that. And now we're going to be jumping off of that point where we've made all those gains. Last year, January 2021, I don't think we had a single testimonial. I don't think we had maybe 2 or 3 people who had gone through this process and landed a job. Now we have hundreds, and we have hundreds of testimonials, and we have companies. We have multiple companies. I think right now we have 7 different consultancies that have over 5 Talent Stackers working at that company. That means, and that's an example of this company too, is that they have more than 5 of our people already working there. They're about to hire 4 or 5 more. Now, when they go to hire and they say, hey, we're from Talent Stacker, we'd like to work for your company, there are already 10 plus people at that company saying, yeah, hire Talent Stacker people. They're awesome. I went through that program. It was amazing. And you can start to see by the end of next year, they're going to be 20, 30 people at that company. And it's going to give you huge leverage to be part of the same program that they feel gave them their start. And that's why being part of a program like this is going to give you a massive competitive edge. And it's not a sales pitch. You can do it the DIY approach. You can absolutely do this yourself. I'm just telling you why. If you're questioning, why would it make a difference? Why would I need to be part of that kind of community? It makes a difference.